Today's mug moment is from Matthew 5:43 through 48. You have heard the law that says, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. In that way, you will be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. The cultural standard of that day was partially based on Leviticus 19 that commands love your neighbor. The part hate your enemy was added later, and we don't know when. It may have been added to refer to the Romans. But Jesus was once asked, who is my neighbor? Most Jews interpreted neighbor as their fellow Jew, or maybe the people who lived in close community with them, who they were familiar with. It was acceptable to hate their enemies. But Jesus' standard is love God and love people, even our enemies. If we're not sure what to do when we're dealing with a friend who has a different view than us, or a rebellious child, or someone who steals from you, the answer is, what is the loving thing to do? God shows his love to everyone, right? The scripture tells us the rain falls on the evil and the just. The sun shines on the evil and the righteous. We have to follow God's example because we're his children. Loving those who are rude to us is a way that we can be like God. Is God your father? Then act like him. Love your enemies. Pray for them. Be kind to them. It's not easy, believe me, I know, but we need to humbly yield our natural response of anger and allow his spirit to help us to act in grace and love as we remember that God loved and forgave us. Start small. Pray for your enemies. Just pray for practical things like God bless them, take care of them, meet their needs. Take a moment now and talk to God about your attitudes towards those that you would consider your enemies.